6 sign, where the coat was cold and the chicks got cashed and the boys all killed some time. They called it Broad Creek Country Club, though it wasn't much to see. Just a bait shop, a gas pump, a sandy road, and a whole lot of history. Joe Jones knew every hunter there, every fisherman by name. And if you needed hooks or a license, son, that little store was famed. I was just a young boy fishing off the pier when a pickup came flying in. They said, boy, come on, we're going blue fishing. But I just sat there with a grin. Then here come the Broad Creek Gator, 12'9" and mean. Had half the county talking about the biggest thing they'd seen. Shotguns, rifles, hollering boys, kicking up dust and water. Everybody still remembers the Broad Creek Gator. They headed up that riverbank in a 16-foot boat, with Uncle Earl and Moses Smith barely keeping that thing afloat. 20 minutes later, Lord, I heard that motor roar. They came back yelling, get the guns, there's a monster by the shore. Joe said, now boys, be careful, I sell licenses in this town. But they grabbed whatever they could find and went to track that gator down. There was a 30, a 22, and a shotgun in the mix. Sounded like a thunderstorm with a whole lot of southern tricks. And here come the Broad Creek Gator, 12'9" and mean. Had half the county talking about the biggest thing they'd seen. Shotguns, rifles, hollering boys, kicking up dust and water. Everybody still remembers the Broad Creek Gator. That gator slipped beneath the top, but he wasn't gone for good. Uncle Earl cut a bamboo pole from the wild green riverwood. They poked around that muddy bank, then 10 feet from the side, up came that old dinosaur with murder in his eyes. Joe whispered, let's get closer, like he'd lost his ever-loving mind. Then that gator rose up out the creek like a ghost from another time. They fired again, he sank again, and everybody froze. Then Earl grabbed hold of that big old tail, and that tail twitched, I suppose. Oh, here come the Broad Creek Gator, 12'9" and mean. Had half the county talking about the biggest thing they'd seen. Shotguns, rifles, hollering boys, kicking up dust and water. Everybody still remembers the Broad Creek Gator. The game warden said, if your life was threatened, then boys, I guess you'll find. And somebody swore that ancient beast was 100 years in time. They laid him out by the station front. Folks pulled off the road, headed down toward the beach that day, but stopped to see the show. Some girls asked who killed that thing, and Earl puffed out his chest, said my young nephew finished him off like I had done the rest. There was a hatchet mark between his eyes and bullets in his hide. A picture hung at Broad Creek once with a young boy by his side. But years went by, the station closed, and that old photo disappeared. like so many southern legends do, with dust and time and years. Still, when Rick tells that story now, you can see it clear as day. The river, the road, that old gas sign, and the one that got displayed. And here come the Broad Creek Gator, 12'9" and mean. Had half the county talking about the wildest thing they've seen. Shotguns, rifles, Uncle Earl, Joe Jones by the water. Everybody still remembers the Broad Creek Gator on 3.5 Moon Road, where the old tales still run deep. There's a boy, a boat, a bamboo pole, and a gator in Broad Creek. Yeah, everybody still remembers the Broad Creek Gator.
Thanks for listening to Songs by Sugar, where stories become songs and memories live on. Please subscribe for more.